So don't forget to watch Hoarder House Flippers on HGTV.
Bro, you bought a hoarder house?
I don't even know where to start.
This house doesn't scare me.
My name is Mactar. I'm a realtor, and I'm flipping houses. I'm from a big family. What's the point of having all those siblings if they cannot help you for free?
Yes, sir, it is your boy Khadim Mbaye, also known as KB, the boss for shiftermagazine.com. And today I'm being joined by three brothers who will be appearing very soon on a brand new show for HGTV called Hoarder House Flippers. And these three brothers have been in the construction game for quite some time, killing it in the whole Montreal real estate market. And so they're going to be appearing on a brand new show. I'm talking about Mactar, Khadim, and Issa. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and congratulations on the show.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, it's a great show. We can't wait for the viewers to see it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was initially very excited because we don't typically see people that look like you guys on Canadian television that look like us. Although I'm a little bit lighter than you guys, but we typically if we see black folk on TV, they look like me, like more light skinned people. But initially when I saw you guys, I was like, man, like these guys don't look like anybody that I've really seen on Canadian television, which I think for me is so refreshing. Like, do you guys feel at all any kind of like, I don't know, do you get not necessarily pressure, but do you feel any kind of responsibility at all just as black men? Because there's not a lot of black men on TV in Canada. Do you guys feel a little bit of responsibility in the sense of just being black men who are going to be on the small screen?
Honestly, first of all, I just want to say that it's something that it's very great actually, because we've been watching HGTV since we were young, and I think for us to be out there, to be representing the community, it's great. Honestly, it's not a pressure, but I think we're excited because now, honestly, we want to applaud the network for opening the doors for a minority also. So I think it's very great.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way you said it, right? People are not used to see black folks like us on TV, so I think that there's not a responsibility, but I think it's just great that black folk like us will be able to see them on TV, see us on TV, and be able to relate to that, right? So I think that this is the best part of it, right? Like you said, we see you, you know what I mean? Now that we see us, now it's like, okay, there's some more chance, right? More opportunities, right? So this is the best part.
I know, we bring a different vibe, so we're excited. We bring a different vibe.
I see it as a gift. You said it by yourself. There is a lack of representation. So I see us in the show in construction as a gift for representation. And you see young black folks will see us and see that even in real estate, construction, any field, you can have representation like us,
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a gift.
And the reality of the thing, let's be real, you don't see a lot of tattoo, dread, anyway, you know what I mean? So this is the thing that what is nice, actually, to be able to see it on TV,
Exactly. And that again, it's still, when I saw the images of the first image of you guys, I was like, I saw the dreads and I was like, oh man, we don't really see this. So and you guys look cool. You guys look like you listen to the same music as a lot of us and whatnot. So it's again something that you don't typically.
Mactar, he likes pop country music.
Okay, well,
I'm listening to classic music. Yeah, right.
But you mentioned you guys have been growing up watching HGTV. It's so interesting. We watch a lot of HGTV in our house, a lot of it. And it's interesting because it's funny to hear you guys say you guys have been watching, because HGTV in the past wasn't a station that you typically would think young black dudes would be watching. So it's interesting that what were you seeing at that young age that made you think, man, this is something that I want to be watching?
Honestly, it's just, first of all, we were in love with construction, the before and after, and then of course we were actually passionate about seeing the before and after, like I said, but the best thing is we were not seeing people that was looking like us, and we were doing that, but we were still getting inspired by the folks out there and all the guys over there. So now that we're here, I think it's great.
I think also that good thing that happened when we were young watching HGTV. It was the imagination. As a kid, you always think about, create your own castle and everything. And the fact that we were able to see this on HGTV, I think that helped us really well because, we were able to share our passion, and we were able also, to let our mind play a little bit. So that's helped a lot.
No, definitely. And I know that's why like my wife and I watch it, because like we're always like, when you're watching it, like feel like anything's possible. You're like, oh my gosh, like I could do that. Like things that you didn't even think were possible, you're like, they become possible. You kind of live vicariously through the people that are on the show. Now, how did you guys get into construction? Because I was reading that one of you guys was like a professional football player, another one of you was a DJ. Like how did you guys get into the whole real estate world?
I was a rapper, bro.
You're a rapper.
I was spitting bars, bro. But honestly, how we get into it is just when we were young. Okay, when our parents bought their first house, I remember they were actually doing renovation in the basement because we're a lot, right? We're 9 brothers and sisters, right? So we're a lot. So they had to do some renovation, had rooms and everything. And I just remember just seeing the basement transformation. Like we were just sitting there and looking at it, and it just became a passion. The before and after, just
I think
it's just the part of the whole change
project. You see the beginning of it. It started. It's nothing, right? And then you have the vision, and then boom, you build on it, and then boom, you see the end result. I think that's what we did live.
I think you can add also the magic of numbers because in my case, I'm still working as a mortgage broker, and the fact that when you buy something, you put a little bit of work on it, doesn't cost you that much, but the after value is so high. So
true.
I think that's also a reason why we went.
But you know what I mean? Like you did achieve. Did say, how did we get into that? And I'll say for my part, I'm the professional athlete, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'll be honest. I started, in my career with Galway, started to make some money, and they were the mostly involved into real estate, right? So the fact that I finally had a little bit of money, with me, that's where I was like, you know what? Like, hey, he was doing conferences, he was inviting me, I was talking on the stage, or even like giving tickets out,
Exactly.
And then that's when I started, like to invest in real estate, and that's when I started to actually learn about it. And now I'm doing my general contractor license for construction, in Quebec. So, like, it's just the beginning.
Exactly. So it's just a passion that we got into that, and now we're doing it as a family. That's the most beautiful part of it, is that we're doing it with the family, and I have confidence in my bro, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
You talk about you guys as brothers. Like I'm watching the dynamic of you guys just kind of laughing with each other and kind of like, what's that experience like of just you guys getting to work together just as brothers like this, whether it's, just off screen, on screen, doing this venture, like what's that experience like? And also, are we going to get some of that like brotherly banter like on the show?
I think it started from when we were even younger, man. We always had to stay together, man. Remember, mom was always like, hey, if you go to your friend, you bring a little brother with you, The grandson, since we're two, we used to work together. You were going to the flea market, selling together. So we're playing sports together. So we already, we built that dynamic, since we were young. Like, my brothers were my best friends, you know what I mean? So I think that's why it's so easy today, when we get on TV or anything like that.
The only issue is that sometimes I just have to remind them that I'm the boss, right?
This is where it goes from. This is where we gotta start this.
I think the reason that we have that great dynamics, it's because we always compare ourselves to the Avengers. The Avengers, they're all like big superstar, big heroes, and we all see each other in one hero. But the greatest part of working with the brother, it's everybody have his own gift. So everybody have something special that the others don't have. So when we merge that together, it's something like, that
the Avenger.
It's like the Avenger. We can save the world. We can save the world, actually.
Thanos ain't got nothing on it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the show, because you've been talking about the fact that you guys have been watching HGTV for a long time. Like, how is this show different than other shows that we've seen on the station before?
Honestly, just the structure of the show, right? So we have different set of flippers all around the country. So you can see how people are flipping in Manitoba, how people are flipping in Ontario, and how people are flipping here in Quebec. So just that, I think it's very special. And at the same time, we're mixing hoarder houses and flipping. So I think those two combined, the show is completely different. And I'm very excited for the viewers to see it because it's very different. The structure is different. Like it's something new, and at the same time, we're bringing a new flavor to the network. So I think it's great.
Are there any houses that, I mean, even outside of the show, are there any, like, what's like the worst house like you've ever seen that you had to flip? Give us some horror. Give us a little horror. Like, give us a horror story. Give us a horror story, and then the kind of like the after.
Oh my God, the worst house?
It's in the show.
No lie, bro. It's in the show.
It's in the show.
Okay,
man.
okay.
The worst house was in the show.
You ready to see, man?
Oh man, this was the nastiest house we ever bought. The nastiest house. Oh my God. It's
hands down, man.
Hands
And
down.
you'll understand why.
And you'll understand why, because there were so many things inside, and it was just not like things that you
Don't
could.
say too much.
Yeah, we're not gonna say too much, but there was like junk. There was, bro. You know what? But at the same time, there was treasure inside. There were treasure, but there was mixed with junk. So that's it. It was this house was terrible, man.
Mm-hmm. Now, our hoarder houses, like more like from a business level, are they more profitable than just like a kind of a normal flip or normal purchase because of just the condition that the house is in?
I could say yes, because people are scared to buy hoarder houses, because when you see the house, like you're scared. You don't want to get into that because you think that you're gonna have to view the whole house. And sometimes it's the case, but then sometimes it's not as bad as you see. So you just have to remove everything, and the structure of the house is good. The foundation is good, the brick are good or whatever. So you just need to do a little bit of aesthetics, and then you can put it back on the market and get the big dollar. But just the fact that people are usually scared of buying those type of house, that help us, because we're not scared of buying those type of house, and we're buying it, and we're still making good money on it. So yeah.
As we always said, you make money when the risk is here. So the more you have the risk, the more profit you can make.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm definitely looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward to the show, and I think you guys will be able to attract so many different people. I think some of the young people might be intrigued by the show. I think older people. I think the ladies too, because obviously you guys are good looking. You're 3 good looking brothers. So I think we definitely get some ladies watching the show as well.
I know he was talking about me. Yeah.
So if people want to find you guys on social media, where can they find you guys?
So let's start with you.
Social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I'm actually starting my TikTok though. So,
okay.
So it's at M_BAAY, Mbaye, basically.
The last name. And me, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok too. And it's Le Mac Immobilier. Let's put a little bit of French in here.
Like Mac is in like you get the ladies type of Mac, or?
No. I'm doing houses.
All right.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's Mr. Issa. So it's Mr. / Issa.
Awesome. Once again, this is Mactar, Khadim, and Issa. They're going to be appearing on Hoarder House Flippers on HGTV, which is premiering Thursday, May 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time. And I'll definitely be watching because I watch a lot of HGTV. So I'll be watching and live tweeting with you guys, and just want to congratulate you guys on all the success with the show.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to the show.